Yeah, we're financial information is harder to consume these days in the sense there's a lot of it. So we try to make information easier to consume. We're the largest vendor of financial news to the North American brokerage space. So you think of brokerages like Fidelity, Schwab, Ameritrade, Robinhood, Webull, Public. We are a vendor. We have an in-house team. We're over 100 people. We produce content 24/7. We originate. So we also do events. Like that's what we're going to talk about later, FinTech Deal Day and the future of digital assets. So we have the CEOs of these companies. We interview them. We break stories. We're based in downtown Detroit, Michigan. And we've been doing this for about 13 years. It's grown in size and we have a lot of readers. We take our position of democratizing information for the average investor very seriously. When I started the company, the reason I started it was because I thought there was small cap companies weren't getting coverage. And I thought it was unfair that hedge funds would have an edge versus the average Joe. And so Benzinga was born.
Okay, so just on that particular point, the idea being that more people would invest in these smaller cap companies if they just knew about them. And so that was partly what your service was?
Partly, but also to get better information. So there are some companies, micro cap companies, that aren't real and they will attach the word crypto or cannabis to their name, but they're not really that business. We try to give better information so people can make better decisions. Yes, we have newsletters where we give stock ideas. I've been on this Ozempic trend for 2 years, 3 years now, telling everyone to buy NVO and LOY, which are up 90, 60, 70%. So we do make people aware of trends, but in the small cap space, it was trying to give a better information that wasn't out there to the average Joe. So yes, it can bring people to buy in those stocks, but it can also just bring more information to a sector. You look at EV, there's a company called Tesla that when I started buying it, it was 2009 or 8. No one really heard of it. No one heard of it, and they thought it was crazy. In 2013, I said to someone that there'll be one of our shows, there'll be a Tesla in every parking lot. The guy after is like, Jason, you shouldn't say that for hyperbole just to get like people to get a reaction. I'm like, no, I believe this. And so what happens is in the small cap space, when people don't know things, they fear things. And what we try to do is bring information and show trends where things could go. And if we can inform, let people decide, we think that's a good model for helping people make better decisions. Like I'm not going to go have a new stock idea every day because that's to me impossible unless you're a technical trader.
Okay, great. Has your business evolved over the last 13 years?
Yeah, for sure. You start with equities, but then, different things come in the market from crypto to sports. We try to bring a unique perspective on the things we do and help people make decisions. And so when more information sources came up, we have to do a better job at making it concise and get to the point of why people want this information. We also have to create products that makes people's lives easier. We do a lot more video, in the crypto space. I've been railing forever since the whole Voyager experience and being on the UCC about trust and transparency. To me, crypto is all about trust, and explaining that to the average user is really important. But what happens is people find something, like the meme stock craze. So I'm in the movie Eat the Rich when the whole thing with GameStop, we were the room where it happened. We had the hedge fund that was short GameStop. The hedge fund manager came on our show. We had, say, 1,000 people in the room, and then he came on. All these Wall Street bettors came on. It was 30,000 people. This was the start to the GameStop craze. We brought the action on our channel. It was crazy. And it just showed that there's new channels, new formats for people to get information. Think about what life was like before Twitter and the internet. How would you learn about Tesla? How would you learn? You would learn it by seeing it in real life. There's people that say, buy the products you like, which is true. But now with information, you can find out a lot more information through the power of the web. But also you got to know what information is accurate, what's true. And that's very important.
Hey, everybody, this is Bob Murphy. Thanks for listening to this clip from the InFi podcast. If you like what you heard and want to hear more, please consider subscribing and share this video with others. We've got new episodes dropping every Friday with more insightful discussions. Stay tuned.